In this video, we are going to talk about OKR ground rules. So what are OKR ground rules? These are the essential decisions a company needs to make before implementing a new goal-setting approach in the company. We need to establish these rules at the beginning to help employees understand how to use the new approach and the boundaries within which it operates. There might be many questions such as what levels should we set OKRs at? How many OKRs do we set? What is the team structure for OKRs? This is a just example, and you might have other questions specific to your organization. Establishing clear ground rules will provide the framework needed for effective implementation and use of OKRs. In today's lesson, we will discuss the most common OKR ground rules you need to establish at the start. Let's revisit the reasons for OKRs. Remember the acronym T of Facts: transparency, empowerment, agility, focus, alignment, commitment, tracking, and stretching. By understanding the reasons behind adopting OKRs, you can set the necessary ground rules. Reflect on the previous Why OKRs lesson for guidance on these decisions. Let's start with OKR ground rules, focusing on OKR levels. What are OKR levels? Consider this example. A company has a 2-year strategic objective. They break it down into quarterly objectives at the company, department, and team levels. This creates 4 levels: 2-year, company quarterly, department quarterly, and team quarterly. And here is a recommendation to have fewer levels, because it will simplify the process, it makes administration easier, and enhances vertical alignment, helping everyone see how team OKRs relate to company goals. More levels make setting and scoring OKRs complex and time-consuming. Aim for the least number of levels needed. One company had 5 levels: company, functional, cross-functional, and more. We simplified it to 2 levels: company and team, and they used labels for other distinguished. This made their OKRs manageable. So key rule is make it simple and keep OKR levels to a minimum to simplify the process and improvement. Another key ground rule is deciding how many OKRs to set. It is easy to end up with too many. Set a ground rule to limit the number of OKRs. For example, at any level, have no more than 3 objectives. This ensures focus, especially if focus is a key OKR. Also, limit key results to no more than 4 per objective. Another key rule is setting the time horizon for your OKRs. Decide how often you will set, score, reflect, and reset them. Your company's strategic goal might span 2 years, while team OKRs might be quarterly. Quarterly is common, but it varies. Some companies use 4 months, 6 months, or 1 month, especially in fast-changing environments. Select the appropriate time horizon based on your company's needs. Shorter horizons suit dynamic settings, while longer horizons will fit more stable environments. Another ground rule is related to OKR teams. OKR teams often reflect your organizational structure. For example, departments, groups, teams, each have their OKRs. However, you can think differently based on your goals. In one company, they wanted cross-team collaboration and already had chapters, which are virtual teams based on competence. They had chapters for QA, front-end, back-end, so they set OKRs as a chapter level instead of team level. Decide whether OKRs team should follow your organizational structure or adopt a model like chapters for better collaboration and goal alignment. Be cautious about linking OKR scores directly to performance management or bonuses. Direct linkage can hinder ambition and stretch goals. Recommendation here is to use ranges. For example, in Google models 70+, great, you deliver it. 40-70%, progress made. Less than 40, you fail it. This encourages ambition without fear of losing bonuses. Many companies still need to link OKRs to bonuses, so they use of ranges to maintain motivation and stretch goals. Types of goals. Great OKRs should be aspirational, motivating you to strive for significant changes. However, not all OKRs need to be aspirational. There are also committed OKRs, which are essential goals that must be accomplished, and learning OKRs, which are exploratory and based on hypotheses. Label your OKRs to specify their type. Use tools to mark OKRs as committed, learning, or aspirational. This clarity helps teams to understand the nature of each OKR and align their efforts accordingly. When discussing alignment, consider the type you need: vertical, horizontal, or both. Vertical alignment ensures teams are aligned with company goals, while horizontal alignment ensures collaboration across different priorities and domains. If horizontal alignment is crucial, have teams set OKRs together to ensure synergy and avoid conflicting directions. This collaborative approach helps teams align their OKRs effectively. Based on our experience, we have created 3 alignment models and called them Classic, Roadmap, and Flat. We will talk more about these models in the alignment models lesson. Do you need KPIs if you use OKRs? Yes, both are needed. Use OKRs for significant changes and KPIs for business health. For example, an OKR might be reducing time to market from 2 months to 1 month. Meanwhile, use KPIs to ensure quality, like no more than 3 bugs per month. OKRs drive significant changes, while KPIs maintain healthy metrics. And what about business as usual? They should not be part of OKRs. Focus OKRs on significant changes, not routine tasks. Decide and communicate the OKR cycle to your teams. It has stages: setting OKRs, reflecting, resetting, and checking the progress. We will delve into more details during OKR cycle lesson. So, these were examples of OKR ground rules that are essential to think about before or while implementing OKRs in your organization. In the next lesson, we will look closely into the OKR cycle, the essential element of building a goal-setting framework.